First of all, I was preparing on my own will. Nobody forced me to like pursue for MDS or pursue for the preparation, particularly for MDS.
And you also mentioned about self motivation. You said no one forced you. This is a very, very important. I mean, if someone is forcing us to do certain things, it's very unfortunate, and we really cannot sustain that activity. But if we are doing it out of our interest, out of our motivation, then there is no stopping us.
First of all, the timetable which PTBD is giving us, that is, very organized. We not need not to, change or modify anything. It is so organized, like accurate time for each subject, for each topic, for regular test, and a set of e-classes
Yes.
videos, as well as a set of study club discussions. So that really helps. No need to prepare another kind of timetable. The e-classes videos which are available on the website, they are like each and every topic is that which you cannot mug up. You need to understand that, and they really help a lot, because just reading from the book, no one can understand that. I remember a topic, there was TMJ ankylosis, I think, or one video was there. So I never understand that from book, but when I saw that e-classes video, it was like very easy. So it was happening with me every week or 2 week. So there you were very helpful to me. I just, if you remember, I just dropped a mail that I
Yes.
am, no longer interested in preparing anything or like
Yes,
that. And
yes.
then you motivated me a lot, and then I again started on a good note. I want to repeat what you told us. There is extrinsic motivation, there is intrinsic motivation. So if you don't have, not having intrinsic motivation, you cannot prepare well. That is you only which decides what to prepare, when to prepare, how much to prepare. So without intrinsic motivation, it's not possible. So if you are planning for preparation, then do your 100% regardless of whatever the situation may be and whatever the excuses. I mean, everyone have excuses. Everyone have certain kind of problems. But if you are willing to prepare for entrance exams, just give your 100%. Whenever I felt any, be it related to subject, be it related to those down times which we all face, you were always there to help. And you are always there for everyone to help. Every student, each
Thank
and
you.
every
Thank
student.
you. So, Ramya, first of all, I should start with congratulations. Congratulations on your PG admission, and also congratulations on your state rank. And also, I was really amazed to look into your AIMS rank as well. I think you secured 88 AIMS rank nationwide, and also you secured state rank 34 Rajasthan, NEET MDS
Yes.
2020. So, first of all, congratulations. Your hard work finally
Thank you,
paid
sir.
off. So how are you feeling now?
Usual, sir. No such amazing feelings. But yeah, the after seeing my rank, I was so surprised that okay, I can get this, then anyone can get this. I'm a very average student. Nothing like digging all the books and like that. I'm very average student, and after seeing that rank, I can say that anyone can just do that.
No, you say you're just an average kind of student, but let me tell you something, Ramya. Average is a matter of one's perception. I mean, each one of us is special and unique in our own way, and you proved yourself. I was really surprised because I didn't knew that you were giving aims once again very seriously. And the moment you said your rank was All India rank 88, I was taken away by surprise. And kudos to you. And also state rank 34, it's no easy task. And finally, you got admission in MDS in public health dentistry. So
Yes.
congratulations on your success. So before we start our interview, a few words about yourself, your name, your place, which college are you from, like a few words about yourself.
Yeah. So I am Dr. Ramya Garg. I live in Jaipur, and I passed my BDS from Mahatma Gandhi Dental College, Jaipur. And currently, I am first year PG at Rajasthan Dental College and Hospital in the Department Public Health Dentistry.
Okay, that's good. So you are a Rajasthani, by birth. So which languages can you speak apart
No,
from
sir,
English?
Rajasthani not at all, because in In Jaipur
surprising.
city, in Jaipur city, no one is speaking Rajasthani. They are either comfortable in
Okay.
English or Hindi. So
Okay. So that's really surprising. I thought you knew even Rajasthani along with English and Hindi. But anyways, I'm really glad to know that you are a Rajasthani because I've been to Jaipur once during my UG and I simply loved the city. It's definitely called the Pink City. I know
yes,
all the kinds of foodstuffs you have, different range of forts, including Jal Mahal, one of my favorite places. I
yes, sir.
thoroughly enjoyed my stay in Jaipur, especially, and I'm really glad that you are from the same state. So, when you look back and see, how do you think is your preparation journey last 1 to 1.5 years?
Sir, I could say it was colorful. It was,
Oh.
full of vibrant colors, pastel colors, dull colors at a time.
Okay, you even incorporated dull colors. Okay, that's true. I mean, each one's preparation has different colors. As you said, sometimes it's very bright, sometimes it's very dull. But no matter what it is, once it's all done, only the positives stay in our mind forever. So I'm really glad
Yes,
that you
sir.
experienced different colors in your preparation. So were you satisfied with your overall preparation and performance?
Yes, sir. I started on a very good note. Like, first of all, I was preparing on my own will. Nobody forced me to like pursue for MDS or pursue for the preparation, particularly for MDS. It was on my own, which
That's good.
I was desperate to be a MDS. So I started with that. The initially I started on a very good note. Like I was, full of confidence, full of potential, and that. But slowly and gradually, sometimes
Yes,
we feel very low during the
yes,
preparation because there
yes,
are too many subjects, too many things to
yes,
remember, too many things
yes.
to revise.
That's true.
So at times we lose our confidence, but we again come back to the track, and if we can maintain a proper consistency for the preparation,
Yes,
anyone can do that.
yes.
Anyone can get a good rank.
That's true. That's true, Rami. As you said, it's not just about being average, above average, or below average. Each one of us is special, and as you said, with right methodology, and as you mentioned about consistency, which is the single most important factor in anyone's preparation to achieve one's goal. And you also mentioned about self motivation. You said no one forced you. This is a very, very important. I mean, if someone is forcing us to do certain things, it's very unfortunate and we really cannot sustain that activity. But if we are doing it out of our interest, out of our motivation, then there is no stopping us. And I'm really glad that you are self motivated for your preparation. And once again, I should say, well done. So before I move on to the next question, like, as you said, we had different subjects to manage and cover. So how did you manage your schedule on an average, like every day? Like how many hours did you allot for watching videos, practicing MCQs, discussion? So how was your daily routine during your preparation?
Yeah, sir. First of all, the timetable which PTBD is giving us, that is, very organized. We not need not to, change or modify anything. It is so organized, like accurate time for each subject, for each topic, for regular test, and a set of e-classes
Yes,
videos as well as a set of study club discussions. So that really helps. No need to, prepare another kind of timetable, but yes, 6 to 7 hours is mandatory to uh,
okay. So in
for
fact,
daily.
I have a separate question for that. Like how many hours do you allot on an average? So you say 6 to 7 hours every day on an average?
Yeah, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And also you followed the schedule religiously, like you followed the test series schedule from day one. And also I know, as far as I remember, you were very consistent in giving all the tests and, you were very active in all the discussions. And we used to keep in touch through mail. You used to ask and get all your doubts clarified through mail. And
Yes, sir.
that really shows your interest and enthusiasm because I see different kinds of students who try to mug up things, students who actually want to learn the subject. And I can definitely say you are the later kind who actually wants to know the reason behind a particular answer or particular explanation. And this enthusiasm is very important for anyone. irrespective of what they are doing. If you're working hard, if you're working consistently, and most importantly, if you believe in yourself, obviously success is all yours, and that's what you have finally achieved. And I'm really glad for you, Ramya. Well done once again.
Thank you, sir. And this I really learned from watching your videos. When I was not a part of PTBD Academy, I used to
Okay.
watch your e-classes videos on YouTube, which were available. At that time, I was in my third year when I started
Okay.
following your videos. So
Okay.
I was
Okay.
starting as per the third year subjects. Then when I came in final year, I tried covering all the YouTube videos for final subjects as
Okay.
well. And then
Okay.
when I started with my internship, then I decided
Then
that I
you
should.
joined our academy. Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes, yes.
Yes.
So, in fact, my very next question is like, to what extent do you think our e-classes, test series, discussions, and assignments help? You already mentioned about test series schedule. You said it's already well organized, and all you need to do is just follow the same. So, also you mentioned about YouTube videos and e-classes videos. So, overall, to what extent do you think these PTBD courses help you in your preparation?
So it's definitely very helpful, no doubt. The e-classes videos which are available on the website, they are like each and every topic is that which you cannot mug up. You need to understand that, and they really help a lot because just reading from the book, no one can understand that. I remember a topic, there was TMJ ankylosis, I think, or one video was there. So I never understand that from book, but when I saw that e-classes video, it was like very easy, very
Oh,
easy.
that's really good to hear, Ramya. Really appreciate your feedback. And as you said, we have different subjects, we have a lot to study, and we have limited time, right? So, how did you actually manage your time towards completion of these videos, tests, discussions, and all? So, did you have any specific day-to-day timetable? I mean, we have a test series schedule, but how did you personally manage all these aspects in your particular day? Like, when did you wake up? Like, how many hours? You said you spent around 6 to 7 hours. So, about your daily routine in regard to your preparation.
Yes, sir. So I am a early bird. I wake up
Oh,
at 5:30 to 6 a.m. max.
believe me, that's a huge challenge for almost all the aspirants, including myself. Waking up early in the morning, it's a Herculean task. But early bird risers, they always have an advantage because your mind is fresh, concentration potential is higher, and you have more time comparatively in a given day. Yeah, please proceed.
As I wake up early in the morning, so I like studying in the morning only. The
Okay.
maximum, the 70 to 80% preparation which I did every day was in the morning itself. I started like at 6 or 7 in the morning, and then I gave one long sitting for one subject, like till 9 or 10 or 11, depending on the day, or depending upon what's the subject and how much is the time
Yes.
needed to complete it.
Yes.
So morning hours for me was to complete my e-classes videos, as
Okay.
well as if I need to go through any topic from the textbook. So all the reading part and all the understanding topics
In the morning session. Yes.
I covered in
Yes.
the morning, and in the
Okay.
evening I usually kept for revision,
Okay.
which I studied earlier. I always
Okay.
tried it for evening because it's just
Okay.
to go through the pages and that's it.
Yes. Yeah. And what about MCQs practice? Did you allot any dedicated time or exclusive time in a day for MCQs practice? If yes,
Uh,
like which time it was?
so firstly, I tried completing a topic from e-classes videos so that I can
Okay.
understand before pursuing for the MCQs of the same topic.
Okay.
Once I
Okay.
completed the video, and once I completed the reading of the topic, because my approach was first to read the theory, then to
Yes.
proceed with the MCQ. It was
MCQs.
not wise. It was not vice versa. Many of the
Okay.
friends were doing like first MCQs and
Yes.
then theory,
Yes.
but I
Yes.
personally like to read the theory part
Start with
first,
theory
and
and then
yeah,
MCQs. Yes.
yeah. So once I was done with the theory part, then I proceeded with the MCQs,
Okay.
and
That's good.
approximately 100 to 200 MCQs were need to be
You used
done
to
daily.
practice. Okay. So you used to practice at least 100 200 MCQs, which is very impressive, Ramya. And also, during one's preparation, I know we have several challenges. You said we have bright colors, dull colors, and all. So during the time of dull colors, like during times of negativity, passivation, or demotivation, how did you actually manage yourself? Right? Because we tend to get carried away and we feel stressful, and most of us get lost under challenging situations. So I'm sure you had your own set of challenges. So how did you overcome them during your preparation?
So it was happening with me every week or 2 week. So there you were very helpful to me. I just if you remember, I just dropped a mail that I
Yes.
am no longer interested in preparing anything or like
Yes,
that, and
yes.
then you motivated me a lot, and then I again started on a good note. That was the thing whole year I did.
Yes, yes, I do remember. In fact, when I was reviewing some of the mails, right, to check your rank once again before we start your interview, we literally had hundreds and hundreds of communications. I mean, that was very impressive, and that was very necessary for any aspirant to have someone to guide us. I mean, it's a kind of psychological strength, right? So, during my preparation, I was lucky to have some of the best professors as my guides, and I'm really glad that during your challenging times, I'm able to contribute at least something, to help you manage your preparation. And I really appreciate your feedback, Ramya. So let's move on to our next question. This is something which is very, very important, especially for those aspirants who are giving the upcoming entrances. So during your preparation, I'm sure there might be some drawbacks or some mistakes which you might have done. So if given a chance, which mistakes would you rectify and why?
Yes, sir. So I had a habit of leaving those tough topics which I find quite difficult. So
Okay.
I accumulated them, and I thought that I will do it at the later time. Be it any subject, all 18 subjects, I always end up having some topics untouched, and trust me, they were untouched even during exams. I left them. So what my message to aspirants is, never leave any topic which you think is important, but it's difficult for you. Never leave that, just do it with the subject. At a later time, you will not be able to do that, because at a later
That's
time, you will
it.
be having 18 subjects to revise.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you will not be able to take any new thing and can understand it. It will be already a
Yes.
huge.
Yes. Yes. So no procrastination. You mean to say no procrastination in trying to complete, irrespective of its complexity, trying to complete any topic, whether it is tough or easy, at that particular moment based on your schedule. Because if we tend to postpone it, we'll definitely not have time for revision because we're dealing with so many subjects, as you rightly said. So, in fact, that was my next question. Like, what's your message to aspirants?
Sir, I want to repeat what you told us. There is extrinsic motivation, there is intrinsic motivation. So, if you don't have not having intrinsic motivation, you cannot prepare well. That is you only which decides what to prepare, when to prepare, how much to prepare. So, without intrinsic motivation, it's not possible. So, if you are planning for preparation, then do your 100% regardless of whatever the situation may be and whatever the excuses. I mean, everyone have excuses. Everyone have certain kind of problems.
Exactly.
But if you are willing to prepare for entrance exams, just give your 100%.
Very good, Ramya. I mean, that's really impressive because, as you rightly said, in fact, I believe in the same. We all have excuses, but we all give excuses not to do what we are actually doing. But if we can find at least one excuse to actually pursue our passion, I mean, that's it. That's all life is all about. And as you said, intrinsic motivation is all the key. I mean, if we are intrinsically motivated, as you are self motivated, I mean, no one is going to stop you. Even if they try to stop you, there is no way you're going to stop. You're going to proceed with a lot of determination. You're going to give your best, as you said, each and every moment. And that's how we see success. Unfortunately, most of us are more worried about the results rather than the process. But as you said, if we are self motivated, we obviously focus on the process, and the end result, we need not really worry because it comes naturally. So once again, Ramya, I'm really glad that you made very valid, important points, and I'm sure these tips will be of enormous help to all the aspirants out there. And before I conclude, once again, hearty congratulations, because I've seen you personally working hard, working consistently almost throughout the year. Almost throughout the year, any schedule you try to strictly follow the test series schedule, and you gave all the tests, you performed consistently, and today you deserve to be in this place. AIMS rank 88, it's no easy task. State rank 34, Rajasthan NEET MDS 2020, these are no easy tasks, and you've accomplished them, and you have earned your master's degree. I mean, you're going to earn your master's degree very soon. At least you entered your MDS now, and I'm really happy to see your smiling face. And that's all success is all about. So, how are you feeling right now?
So that was not possible without your continuous efforts and motivation. You were really very helpful during the entire year. Whenever I felt any, be it related to subject, be it related to those down times which we all face, you were always there to help, and you are always there for everyone to help, every student, each
Thank
and
you.
every
Thank
student.
you. Thank you, Ramya. Thank you for all your love and affection. It really means a lot. And it's this kind of reciprocation and feedback that actually sparks me to keep going. And before we conclude, once again, hearty congratulations. And most importantly, this is not over here. You know, your success is not yet over. This is just a comma, and there is no full stop in success. This is just a comma. And I really wish you all the best for your post graduation and for rest of your professional career. Wish you all the best and loads of love.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, Ramya. So, anyways, I'm really happy that we could have this interaction. And I'm sure you'll be achieving more and more success, and I'm sure we'll be having a second interview as
Yes, sir. Definitely, I will be glad. And trust me, it doesn't look like we are interacting for first time face to face, because I
exactly,
was in
exactly.
I'm in touch with you for a year and more. So
Yes,
it
more than a
doesn't look
year.
like first
Yes.
interaction.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Ramya. So, anyways, you've done extremely well. And once again, hearty congratulations. Enjoy your success, and I wish you all the best for your rest of your professional career.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
okay, Ramya. Then take care. Bye.
Bye, sir.